Hey guys, what's going on? Rick here, LaLa Farm, and the back one has a little bit of a problem. Papa and LaLa kind of touched on it in the last live that we did, or they did, that I was in the process of dealing with my problem. So we just had a tropical storm, was a Hurricane Elsa, and us in Florida, we don't really, unless it hits like a 4 or 5, it's just kind of a big storm. But nonetheless, a lot of water is brought with these storms, and I had one hell of a little stream or small river passing through on my road where it rolled over my culvert, removed a lot of sand that had been dumped by the installers of our septic tank. In order for them to bring in trucks, they needed to widen the area in which they can drive in. So they really just filled my culvert in and filled the ditch in, that way they could drive in. Well, all the sand that they placed there, my professional procrastination has caused me to now, not only am I installing my new culvert, which is much larger, much longer, I'm also culvert pipe. Yeah, culvert pipe. I'm now having to dig out all of the sand that, like I said, I procrastinated in getting off of our driveway in the first place. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hook up to the backhoe on the old trusty red tractor, and I'll go back there and we'll show you our issue.
If you ever thought about getting a tractor with a backhoe, you know, it's good when you need it, but the reality is we rarely need it. I bet we probably...
Well, and it's not that we don't hardly ever need it, because
don't hardly ever need it. It just sits here.
Well, we could have used it. We could have used it when Pearl passed away. It's really good for digging stuff like that. The issue is, and you'll see here in a minute, it is, even if you do need it, it's only for one job. It's only for something really, really quick, because it's a very efficient piece of machinery. But it is an absolute pain in the butt to actually put it on the tractor. And it's a pain in the butt to really store it, because it does take up a ton of room.
We set up, when I first got the tractor, we took it off and we were putting it up here on the concrete in the workshop. And I found out really, really quickly that wherever you put it, that's where it's staying, because this thing weighs a few thousand pounds. So I built this platform for it, so now I can actually push the backhoe around wherever I want it. So once I take it off, I can move it around. This platform is on casters, and I can just push it to wherever I want it, or if I want to get it out of the way, I just move it. And then when we want to put it on, we just back up the tractor to it.
But see, one of the issues that we have is this is Papa, if I'm not mistaken, the actual Papa, my Papa, and Papa, LaLa Papa, and me, we all built this, and it was a really cool thought, and it's executed really, really well, as long as the backhoe's only sitting here for, I'd say, like 3 or 4 days. But everybody knows that hydraulics will slowly leak, and that's what happens every single time we go ahead and we set this here, is over a period of time, the backhoe likes to sit down on us.
So between the arms that we used and the bucket itself, we have to maneuver these two pins on one on each side into these little slots right here, and that's what we've done now. Now we'll use the bucket itself to maneuver this plate here to line up on the tractor with these plates on the backhoe, and then these will slide in on either side, and that's what's going to lock in the top now. And the inside out, because if you don't do it like that, it's really difficult to sometimes keep that straight.
It needs to go that way.
Right. You ready? Yep. Try to keep those things. It's better if you keep your hand in under that, like that.
So this is by far the easiest that it's ever been. Maybe we're getting better at it. Oh, both of them went in.
The backhoe gods are with us today.
All right, get off. So while Papa runs up to grab some water, because he doesn't like my fart water, we do not have fart water. We have, or what I call fart water, which is sulfur. Our water tastes really, really good. For some reason, our ice, when it melts, it's fart ice. But the water's good. But I'm gonna show you all real quick what we got going on today, and then we'll get started when Papa gets better. So I've already done, I had to get me some water too. So I've already done a good bit of the work. I did it without, here comes Papa already. Did the majority of it with the front bucket, just because I didn't want to put the backhoe on without Dad. So the big thing is when me and Chelsea put this culvert in, we did not expect to have to take it out. And because we didn't have to... Who is it? Monster's being a butt. So the reason why we need the backhoe is because me and Chelsea did not expect to have to take this thing out, and we kind of foolproofed it as far as making sure it stayed in place by putting lime rock around it, or limestone. And so that's about as far as I could get with it. And I got some photos of it actually being washed out that I'll show you. They're on my phone. I'll show them now. But it was rolling through on this road, and there was a big old hole. That's where the hole was. I've already filled that in. And it's dried up, so it's hard. This down here though, all of the sand that they had placed, which there's a little bit more of it right there, all that sand has now been washed away and is sitting in that ditch. And that's what we got to get out today. And then that culvert is what will be going into the ditch for me and Chelsea to go into the back one. So, and here comes Papa. culvert, which is over there. We're gonna measure out the culvert, and then Papa's gonna start digging where the culvert's gonna go. Shouldn't be that hard of a task. It's just all that sand that's rolled out from that culvert is now down here. So what's going on is Papa's continuing to dig that. Took a little bit of a break. I'm going to take, and what I want to do is I want to create a level surface up underneath there, up underneath the culvert. That way it needs to be level, but it also has to have some type of slope. So what I mean by that is the bottom of the culvert, where the culvert's sitting, needs to be a flat surface up against the culvert, but it needs to be a little bit of a slant. That way the water continues to rush down to the low end of the property. Alright, so we got the culvert done. I done leveled off all of the dirt with a box blade. Papa went inside. He did a lot of the work this morning with the backhoe. Truth is, he's just a lot better at the backhoe than I am, and I feel like I'm more efficient with the front bucket. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this culvert situation doesn't happen again. We dug a pretty good size hole, put it inside. The big difference between this one and the last one had lime rock, and this one does not. This one's just straight hard pan, which is just really deep dirt. You know, Papa made a point to let me know that there is no nutritional value in this, but in the big scheme of things, a goal down the road would be to either put millings, which is crushed up asphalt, or slag, which is a byproduct of like your big steel factories and whatnot. Put that down, and that be the driveway. Not quite there yet. We will be, you know, before too long. But again, it's been a while since I've made a video. I do appreciate you guys watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.